Today, we're diving into a fascinating battle happening right inside the Italian language. It's a real tug of war between centuries-old grammar and very modern ideas about social identity. We're going to explore how this ancient language is trying to wrestle with brand new ideas about who we are and how we want to be seen. All right, first things first. To really get what's going on, you have to wrap your head around one fundamental, absolutely core rule of Italian. Literally everything has a gender. And I mean everything, even things you wouldn't think have a gender. Take a look. You've got il tavolo, the table, that's masculine, and la sedia, the chair, that's feminine. Is there a logical reason for this? Nope. It's just the way it is, a system built purely on convention. So you see, in Italian, there is no neutral option. It's either masculine or feminine, period. And this isn't just about the nouns themselves. This whole binary system is baked right into the language's DNA. It affects the adjectives, the pronouns, the articles. Everything is connected. There's just no middle ground. Okay, so because you only have these two options, it leads to this really important concept that's, well, at the very center of this whole debate. It's what linguists call the generalized masculine. You can kind of think of it as the language's traditional default setting. So what does that mean in practice? Well, check this out. Let's say you have a group with 99 female students and just one male student. Grammatically, you have to refer to that whole group as studenti, the masculine plural form. The masculine just takes over. It's the rule. So that's the traditional setup. But as you can probably guess, this structure eventually started to get some serious pushback. Let's look at the first real wave of change, which really set the stage for everything that's happening today. Yeah, starting back in the 70s, people, especially feminist linguists and activists, started to ask, hey, wait a minute, where are the women in our language? What started in academic circles has slowly but surely snowballed into a major mainstream conversation. And you can really see this shift when you look at professional titles. Traditionally, a female lawyer was still called l'avvocato, the masculine form. But now you're much more likely to hear l'avvocatessa. Same for a female mayor, not just il sindaco, but la sindaca. It's all about making women grammatically visible in their roles. And this is so important to get. This was never, ever just about tweaking grammar rules. For the people pushing for this, it was a political statement. The idea is that language doesn't just describe reality, it actually shapes it. So by using these feminine forms, you're literally recognizing women's existence and their right to be in those powerful positions. Okay, so that was the first big shift. And that brings us right up to today, where the conversation has gotten even bigger and, honestly, a lot more complex. It's not just about men and women anymore. Now it's about going beyond the binary. And here's the massive challenge, right? If your entire language is built on this two-gender system, what do you do for people who don't identify as either? How do you create a space for non-binary identities? This question has sparked a ton of debate and some really creative, experimental solutions. So let's break down the main ideas on the table. There are basically three big proposals floating around to try and solve this puzzle. You've got something called the schwa, the good old asterisk, and a strategy of using words that are already neutral. But, as we'll see, each one comes with its own set of pros and cons. There's no easy fix here. Okay, first up is the schwa. You actually know this sound. It's the sound in the word about. The proposal is to stick this sound at the end of words to make them neutral. The big pro, you can actually say it. But the cons are pretty big too. That sound doesn't naturally exist in Italian, and good luck finding it on a standard Italian keyboard. Next, we have the asterisk. You've probably seen this online. It's a simple visual fix, right? Easy to type. But here's the huge problem. How do you say it out loud? It's a symbol on a page. In a spoken conversation, it's just silence. Nobody's agreed on how to pronounce it. So, with all these competing ideas, you can see how the Italian language is really at a major crossroads. This isn't just a niche debate for linguists. It's forcing a really tough, nationwide conversation about inclusivity versus tradition. And it really boils down to this central conflict. On one side, you've got this powerful push for inclusivity, arguing that language has to evolve to reflect the society it serves. But then you have this equally powerful pull of tradition, which sees language as a cultural treasure to be preserved, not messed with. For many Italians, this resistance isn't about actively trying to exclude people. It's about protecting something they see as a vital piece of their cultural identity. To them, these proposed changes feel like a threat to the authenticity and beauty of their language.